Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have yet another ship with me video. Today is Tuesday, November 9th, and the last time that I shipped was Friday afternoon, and I did film a ship with me video that day. So this is basically going to be my weekend sales, Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, which was Monday, and then earlier today I did have a couple sales. I have all my labels here. I print them out on my Dymo 4XL printer, and I have everything that has sold. I've pulled it from my large inventory rack. This is where I keep all of my hanging inventory, which is like tops, dresses, jackets. I do have men's stuff at the end of this rack, hanging stuff, and then I have two drawer storage systems for pants, shorts, skirts, leggings, things like that, and obviously those are not hanging. And then this is all of my supplies that I use. So this is a very functional shelf and rack back here. My dad did build this rack system, so shout out to him. So that's a little bit of background. I normally don't have time to really just kind of chat, but today I have a little bit extra time, mainly because I didn't have a huge sales weekend. I pretty much took the entire weekend off, just hung out, and you know, kind of took it easy over the weekend. And so as a result, I didn't have a crazy sales weekend, but that's totally fine with me. It's good to refresh, and I did still have some solid sales, so very happy about that. And let's go ahead and just get into it. So our first item to ship here is this soft surroundings plaid dress. It's like a midi length. I think it actually goes to right around the knee, so knee length, not midi. And this was a no-brainer pickup for me. I've mentioned it so many times, but I do love the brand Soft Surroundings. This was also a size large, and size large and up sells extremely well for me from Soft Surroundings. The seasonality on this was great. This is a very nice kind of fall time dress with the brown plaid. So I think I listed this, I want to say around 32-ish or maybe 35, I forget. But either way, my Posher VA chrome extension, again, I mention this often, but it's a bot essentially that shares my closet for me, and it also sends out offers for me. It's essentially a virtual assistant that I pay for each month. It's $25 a month, which, you know, with this one sale, it sent out an offer, $28 with discounted shipping, which a buyer did accept, making my earnings $19.94. I paid about $1 for it. So my net profit on this dress was $18.94. That right there almost pays for the entire month subscription to Posher VA, so I really could not be happier with it. They do not pay me to say this. I do get a small kickback if you guys sign up for it yourselves, but you know, when I signed up for it, I wasn't affiliated with them when I signed up for it myself. Okay, next sale. I do have a discount code. It's Mackenzie20. If you want to sign up for it, it gets you 20% off your first month. Next is this Eloquii midi skirt. It's a pleated midi skirt. I just grabbed this from the bins because I thought it would be a great essential skirt for someone. You know, this is so versatile. You could wear this with graphic t-shirt, a tank top, a more formal blouse, really anything. And I listed this for $30. I got an offer, I would say within about a week, or maybe even a couple days. We'll say around 3 days of being listed, I got an offer of $20 for it. I did counter that just because it was such a new listing and because it is such a closet staple piece. So I countered to $25, which was accepted. That made my earnings $20 and my net profit $19 on this skirt. I always keep my eye out for closet staples because they pretty much fly out of my closet, especially plus size. You know, Eloquii is a plus size exclusive brand, so I do like to grab it when I can find it in good shape. I think this skirt was a size 16. And so that's that. I know in my last Ship With Me video I was talking a lot about my issues with the post office. I don't have any updates on that. I will be, I haven't uploaded that Ship With Me video yet where I talk about the post office, so I don't know what you guys have said in comments yet because the video hasn't been uploaded yet as of now. It will be later today. So I'm very excited to hear what you guys have to say on all of that. I will be submitting my complaint later today. I wanted to take some time and just kind of think about what I really wanted to say. I feel like I wouldn't be making this such a big deal if the post office wasn't such an integral part of my business. You know, that is the middleman between me and my buyer. That is how my packages get to my buyer. And having a postmaster who is very clearly just going out of his way to give me a hard time with my business, I mean, that's just incredibly disappointing and just not okay, basically. So that's really where the need for a complaint comes in. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys have to say after I post that video. I really have never experienced something like this before in the professional world. Maybe back in like middle school or high school, I would have experienced some kind of pettiness like this. These are Clark's Oxford shoes. I don't think I showed them, but these were also a very quick sale. I just switched them from, this is a 1092 box, I switched them to a 1095 box because it is a bit wider. And I always just crumple up a piece of paper to put in the top of the box so that they do not move around during transit at all. I have gotten the question, why don't you use a USPS shoe box when you're shipping? That box is not self-sealing, so I can't just pull a strip off and seal it up. I have to spend a lot of time taping it up, using my own tape supplies. And also these boxes are pretty secure with shoes. As you can hear, there is no movement in there, so the shoes are very secure. They're not going to move around and get banged up during transit. So these shoes I listed at $45 just because this style from Clark's is pretty popular, sought after. It's called the RHEA Oxford shoe. It's basically just like a platform Oxford, and that colorway was especially trendy. It was like a black and tan kind of color block style. So I listed them at $45. I got an offer of $30, which I did counter to $32, making my earnings $25.6. I paid about $1 for them at the bins, so my net profit was $24.6. which was perfect for me. If I had a higher cost of goods, I probably, you know, would have been a little bit stricter on my pricing, but because I shop at the bins mostly, I do have a lot of wiggle room with my sales. So next is this Angie purple long line sweater. It's like a sweater tunic with a fringe trim. I mentioned it in the haul video, but I got this mainly because it's long line, which when I say it's long line, someone asked me about this in my comments. I just mean that mostly it covers the bum, which a lot of women like. You know, this style is really nice to wear like a tighter pant, like a jegging or a legging, and then have this cover your bum, which is a style that I like to wear personally. It's still cute, but it just makes you feel, you know, covered up and more comfortable for me, and I think a lot of other women. So long line is definitely a keyword that I use. Some people just search out long line sweater or long line top. And I also got it because of the fringe trim and because it is a jewel tone purple. which is, you know, a lot of people specifically like the jewel tones and the color purple. So it had quite a bit going for it. The seasonality was there with it being a sweater. I listed this at $28 and I got an offer within a couple days for $23, which I thought was great. I did accept that, making my earnings $18.40. I once again paid about $1 for it at the bins, so my net profit was $17.40. I'm pretty picky with Angie, but if it has enough kind of sellability points, I will buy it. Next, a favorite of mine. This is a novelty print novelty giraffe printed little midi skirt here. It's vintage. The vintage brand is Peter Popovich. It buttons all the way down in front, and it is fully adjustable at the waist with the self tie. It has a little bit of lint on it here at the bottom hem. Just going to lint roll that off. I love finding pieces like this that are one of a kind, and you know, there's not a million others similar to them on the secondhand market. I think that kind of encourages buyers to kind of think fast. You know, do I want this skirt? Do I love this skirt? Like a lot of more modern items where, you know, if they think about it for a couple days and it sells, you know, they could just go and type in the style name like Free People Snow Bunny sweater. You know, they could type that into Poshmark and find another one, or just keep their eye out for it in the future. This kind of thing, if it sells to someone, then it's going to be extremely hard to find the same kind of skirt. So that creates a little bit more of an incentive for buyers to act fast. So I love selling items like that. And it's also really fun just finding them and admiring the cute prints, the quirky kind of styles to them. So this skirt, again, my Posher VA chrome extension, sent out an offer of $34 with discounted shipping. Someone did accept that, and so that made my earnings $24.74. I did pay $2 for that skirt, so my net profit was $22.74. Next up, Tory Burch wool blend cream sweater with some kind of inverted seams here for added interest. And this is a really nice sweater. However, it originally was manufactured to be a convertible sweater. The sleeves are really long, so it's kind of hard to fold. It was manufactured to be a convertible sweater, meaning it did have a turtleneck that you kind of buttoned into the neckline if you wanted a turtleneck sweater, or you know, you could button it out to just wear it as a crew neck like it is now. I did not find the turtleneck, and it also had a little bit of just kind of fuzziness to the fabric, so I listed it a bit lower, I believe around 35-ish. If it had the turtleneck and it was in excellent condition, I would have listed this closer to 50, but it was listed around 35. Posher VA sent out an offer of $31 with discounted shipping. Essentially, what Posher VA does is, anytime I have the setting to where anytime someone goes into my closet and likes an item, 10 minutes after they like the item, Posher VA sends them out a 10% offer on the item along with discounted shipping. And I'm in control of all of that. I can up it to 20% off if I want. I can do 20% off with no shipping discount, but I, for the most part, always have it set to 10% off with discounted shipping, and I've had a lot of success with that. So After the offer was accepted, my earnings on this were $22.34, and my net profit was $20.34. So very happy with that. I do still pick up pieces that have, you know, a little bit of wear to them or are missing an accessory if the brand and the piece is substantial enough to carry it, even, you know, with the missing accessory or flaws. Alrighty, next up, I'd never heard of this brand, Movent. Apparently a couple items or a couple styles from this brand have sold at Anthropologie before, but I just really liked this oversized slouchy cardigan with the pockets, and this was also a wool blend, so definitely wanted to grab this. If this had any type of significant wear to it, I would have left it behind, just because I don't think the brand is really, like, unlike that Tory Burch sweater, I don't think this brand is significant enough to kind of carry it with substantial flaws or wear. But it's in excellent shape. It's a nice neutral navy color, and it had quite a bit going for it. So I listed it for $35, and about a week after being listed, I got an offer of $28, which I accepted. That made my earnings $22.40 and my net profit $20.40. That's pretty much what I aim for, is around a $20 return on the items that I pick up. You know, if it's a nicer brand. Like, I recently got a Chanel skirt. If you guys watch my channel, you would have seen that in the last haul video. I obviously would not aim to get $20 back on that, but just your average kind of run-of-the-mill pickups, that's what I aim for, is around that $20 return. So happy with this. And now I have yet another brand kind of on my radar. This sold super quickly. Okay, moving on, a two-piece bundle here. We have this BCBGMAXAZRIA chenille neutral color scheme turtleneck sweater. So I do not run for this brand by any means, BCBGMAXAZRIA, but this sweater had so much going for it that even if it had no brand tag, I still would have picked it up. It is chenille, incredibly soft. Any type of sweaters that have some type of texture to them, especially if they are extremely soft, they seem to do a little bit better. And it also is a turtleneck style, which turtlenecks are very popular. It's a classic kind of fall and winter style. It also is a great neutral color. It has this like tan base with black kind of striated stripes, and it's a size large. So lots of sellable factors there. And second and final item is this pair of American Eagle shorts. These are a very consistent seller for me. They're a great size 10, and they don't have the style name. They usually have the style name printed on the inner waistband, but I don't see it. But anytime I find American Eagle shorts that are in pretty good shape, these are a button fly. They're a little bit high-waisted, I think. I forget. They're a nice wash and a great size. So had to grab these. These were actually both bins finds. And so I paid about $2 for both items. And let's see. So the bundle price when these two pieces were added together in a bundle was $57. The buyer sent me an offer for $30. What am I doing? I need to replace the tape here. So the buyer sent me an offer of 30. I did counter that to 35 just because I did have several offers on that sweater. They were kind of low offers, but still, I had 3 or 4 offers on it. So that told me that it was a piece that people were, you know, actively wanting to buy. It's hot, it's trendy. And so I did feel comfortable countering to 35. It was accepted, making my earnings $28 and my net profit $26. That definitely, if you're ever wondering, you know, oh, should I counter this or should I just accept the offer? My biggest kind of indication that I should counter, and if I do counter, the offer is likely, or the counter is likely to be accepted. My biggest indication of that is if the item has a lot of likes, it's garnered a lot of interest, it's brought traffic to my closet, and then, you know, I think it's definitely a good sign to counter, because if that buyer ends up not accepting your counter, then you have that reassurance there that lots of other people are interested in the piece. So that's kind of how I go about that. In contrast though, if I list an item and it sits for 6 months and it has absolutely no likes on it, people are not, you know, no one's offering on it, no one's liking it, then that is my cue to just kind of move it out of my closet as fast as I can, because I like to keep things moving. Some people, you know, are not like that. They will just wait for the right buyer, which is also a good tactic. Everyone runs their business differently, but I definitely just like to keep things moving. Okay, next up, Airy and Alley. This is a sub-brand from Anthro. It's like a little ruffle. It's like an asymmetric peplum hem with this graphite wash. V-neck, size small. I picked this up from the bins, I would say maybe about 6 to 9 months ago, maybe even a year ago, as just kind of a bundle piece. It did sit for, well, however long I just said, it did sit. And then someone just came in and purchased it outright for $24. So, you know, that's obviously best case scenario with an item that was sitting. I'm very happy to move this out, and it's awesome that it sold for full price. So yeah, $24. My earnings were $19.20. And my net profit was $18.20. And you know, there are exceptions to every rule. Like if it's like that Chanel skirt I was just talking about, obviously I am going to wait it out and wait for the right buyer. I'm not just going to lower it down to nothing. But I do, with my kind of smaller profit items, I will just try to move them out if they do not have much interest happening. Okay, 3-piece bundle here. I'm going to use my large bundle box. This is box number 7. I order all of my supplies free from the USPS.com. I do have a link to all of the specific boxes and envelopes that I order in the description down below. I have everything linked down below. You obviously don't have to order the same boxes that I do, but that's just a guide if you're curious what supplies I use. So the first piece in this bundle is this Anthropologie red orange turtleneck long line sweater. It has this kind of balloon sleeve to it. Really soft and pretty piece here. Again, all 3 pieces in this bundle were very newly listed. So kind of going back to what I was just talking about with long line pieces, I definitely use that as a keyword in this listing. Also turtleneck. This is St. James brand. It's a 100% wool kind of toggle closure cardigan jacket. It's like a sweater jacket. I saw one fuzz on it. Yeah. I lint rolled this thing like 8 times, but it is black and it is wool, so it's just inevitably going to have some fuzz on it. But it looks pretty good. I lint rolled it for like 8 minutes or something. And this brand St. James, I had heard of it before finding it, but this was my first time picking it up. I knew that they had a collab with J. Crew, and I knew that that stuff sold really well, so I was excited about finding the actual St. James brand. And last piece in this bundle is this 100% silk novelty shoe print button down blouse. All of the shoes have different animal prints on them. I love finding items with novelty prints, and this piece, you know, has so many sellability points to it with the silk, the print, the size 1X. I actually picked up this same exact shirt a couple months ago, and it sold super well. Same as this entire bundle, each piece sold within an hour of being listed, so that was super exciting. And it was a full price bundle sale, so I mean, that you really can't get better than that. The buyer added the 3 to a bundle. I do have an automatic bundle discount of 15% off 3 or more items. If you bundle 3 or more items, you automatically get 15% off in my closet. And so the bundle price was $118, but with that built-in discount, it brought it down to $100.30 was the sale price. That made my earnings $80.24. I paid $6 for everything, and so my net profit was $74.24 on this bundle. So super happy with that. That literally was the best case scenario with selling stuff. I mean, they all sold within an hour being listed, and all for full price. That's just so awesome. That definitely made my day. I think that was on Friday or Saturday, and I was super happy about it. Okay, next up we have this High Sierra is the brand. I didn't get it for the brand, I got it for the style. It's a size extra large, so more of an oversized fit. It is a shacket, which I have been talking so much about. It's a shirt jacket. It's corduroy. It's a nice kind of mossy green color, and it does have these cool like tortoise shell buttons. So how cute would this be with just like leggings and booties? I myself have been incorporating the shacket into my own wardrobe, and it's just a great layering piece. I have always kind of gravitated towards overshirts, you know, in my own style, and I'm excited that they are actually very trendy. Okay, so for this jacket, shirt jacket, I priced it at $28 just because it was a style-based pickup. If this were a shirt jacket that was more of a, I guess, more reputable brand, High Sierra, you know, has been around for a long time and people do know it, but they're not actively searching for High Sierra. I guess a more in-demand brand is what I'm trying to say. I would have priced it for probably $32 to $35-ish, but because this is more purely style-based, I did list it at $28, and it sold for full price. So that was awesome. That kind of tells me that that is an appropriate price when I have a lot of full price sales. That's kind of like a feedback that your items are priced in a good ballpark, I guess you'd say. So $28, my earnings were $22.40. I paid $2 for it, and so my net profit was $20.40. I have a counter offer here on a bundle. Let me check that out really quick. Okay, next up, oh, these are, I already put them in a box because I lint rolled them 3 or 4 times. The this portion of the boot is, it's like a faux suede, and so it kind of attracts lint. So I lint rolled it multiple times and then already put it into a box. But these are Free People boots. They are called the bi-coastal boot, and I ordered these from Poshmark. Someone listed this pair and then an identical pair in black, and they listed each pair for $30, and so I just went ahead and bundled the two and purchased them outright. I will buy stuff on Poshmark to resell it, but my kind of rule is I don't offer on anything. I will just buy it for what they have it listed for, so that it's a win-win for, you know, the buyer gets their full listing price and I make a profit on it. So that's just kind of how I look at that. I don't judge anyone who makes an offer. This is just kind of what, you know, how I continue sleeping good at night, I guess. I don't know. Basically just have the world's biggest conscience. But anyways, like I was saying, I just bought them outright. I think my total for the bundle, including shipping, was around $72-ish. I already sold the first pair, the brown pair, for, it was like $116 or $118 with discounted shipping. And with that pair of boots, just selling the first pair of boots, I made a $10 profit already. And then, you know, so selling these was just straight profit. So my earnings on these, I listed them at $125. I did decrease them to $118 with closet clear out. And so someone sent me an offer of $100. I told her that I would take that. I was very happy to take $100 on these. That made my earnings $80. And so $80 from these and then $10 profit from the last ones. I made a net profit of $90 on both boots, which I'm extremely happy about. You know, they were both shipped straight to my door. And the thing that made me comfortable paying that much and buying those was Free People, extremely reputable, popular, in-demand brand. They're also a very substantial type of shoe. They're an over-the-knee leather boot made in Spain. Very high quality, very substantial, and also I did find the exact style of them before I bought them. I found that they were the bi-coastal boot, and I did look on the platform that I would be selling them on, which was Poshmark, and I think there was only like one other pair listed, which was not in this size. So my competition was almost non-existent. So all signs pointed to go. I was happy to spend what I spent on them, and I'm extremely happy with my profit. So next up, a two-piece bundle. These are both Torrid items. This, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, this is a great closet staple. It's like a mock neck, shark bite hem, lightweight blouse. Just a great kind of throw on and go top. Once again, it's long line, and this is in excellent condition. It still has a tag barb at the neck, so I don't know if it's new without tags. This was in size 2X. Torrid is an excellent bread and butter brand for me. Very consistent seller here. It does have just a little bit of lint. I did lint roll this earlier, but you know, it has some additional lint. So, and then second and final piece is once again 2X. It's like this choker. It's like a cutout with a choker detail and little lace trim at the V-neck. Super soft sweater. It's like a half sleeve. I love this teal color. And when these were bundled together, the bundle price was $60. The buyer did send me an offer of $50, which I happily accepted. A super fair offer, and that made my earnings $40. I paid around $2 for both items. They were both from the Goodwill outlet where I pay by the pound. And so my net profit was about $38 for these sweaters. Okay, next up we have Tropez West 100% extra fine merino wool. This is a long line boiled wool vest. It's a size large. It was in excellent shape. It has this like inverted seam detailing for some kind of artsy added interest to it with the merino wool. You know, that's definitely more of a luxurious fabric. I did want to get this. I have never really picked up this brand. I think I sold it for the first time a couple weeks ago. That was a 100% cashmere vest. And so I have been picking it up based on material, but I might venture out and start, you know, picking it up based on other reasons also and see if that sells just as well, because both of these were listed, both this and the last piece that I sold from this brand were only listed for about a week, I would say. So reselling is definitely all about just constantly experimenting with what sells, what's hot, what's trendy, and just when you have it all figured out, it usually changes. So you really just kind of have to go with the flow and be willing to experiment and try out new things. This vest I did list at $32. It sold for full price, which was awesome. That made my earnings $25.60 and my net profit $23.60. This yellow sweater, another piece that I picked up based on material, well, and style. I liked the, you guys know me, I love this mustard yellow color, and this whole like oversized slouchy bodice is something that people seem to really like. It's a mohair and wool blend made in Italy. And once again, this sold for full price, which was awesome. I listed it at $32. That made my earnings $28 after it sold, right? Or no? No, sorry. 28. What would be 28? 25.6 were my earnings. What? 28. What's the sale price when your earnings are 28? Why did I want to say 28? I know 30 is 24. 32 is 25. Oh, 35 would have been earnings of 28. Anyways, the sweater sold for 32 and my earnings were 25.6. I paid about $1 for it, grabbed it from the bins, and so my net profit was $24.6. So this kind of experiment with this sweater encourages me to pick up more sweaters with a good fabric content in trendy colors. Each time I sell something that I'm a little bit unsure of and then it ends up selling really well, that just adds to my confidence with, you know, picking up similar style items. That's basically just the definition of gaining experience. So next up we have Athleta pants, and these I was very happy to find because they are the newer tag from Athleta, which definitely sells better than the older tag, understandably. They're really cool. They kind of snap open at the bottom hem. They're wide leg, this nice kind of smoky gray color, and I listed these at $45 just because they are the newer tag and they are in excellent shape. I got an offer for $30, which I went ahead and accepted mainly because the offer came from someone who shops with me frequently, and I do love to give my repeat buyers good deals. I think that's just a good thing to do, and it makes me happy to do. So my earnings were 24 on these, and my net profit was 22. So I hope she enjoys them. They are a really, really nice pair of pants. Very versatile. You could dress these up really, or you could wear them to an outdoor activity. I'm pretty sure they're like sweat wicking and whatnot. Okay, our last sale from our women's closet here, we have this graphic print Ann Taylor sweater. I got this for a couple reasons. It has this fun sleeve to it. It's also a nice neutral base color, and then it has this fun weekend graphic print in front. It's also a size large and in excellent shape. So with that many things going for it, I had to get it. I think it's super cute. I would totally wear this. So we have that, and then our next piece is a pair of shoes. Okay, our shoes are these Haan Grand OS Signature suede booty. Again, a great neutral kind of everyday fall and winter boot here. I forget what size they are. I think they're a size 8. And the bundle price for these two items was $60. The buyer sent me an offer of $43, which I accepted. These were both pretty newly listed within the last couple weeks. My earnings were $34.40. I paid about $4 for both, and so my net profit was $30.40. The Haan boots were a bins pickup, and the sweater was from my local family thrift center outlet. I'm always trying to match up the shoes before I put them in the box. Yeah. Got that. That. Okay. Wow. Yet another counter offer. I'll think on that counter for a couple minutes. Okay, our very last sale to pack up. Again, it's from my men's closet. The first piece is this men's Tommy Bahama striped polo shirt in a size extra large. This was just something that I kind of threw in my cart at the bins, mainly because it looked like it had never been worn before. And you know, Tommy Bahama is a very reputable brand, size extra large. It does have a couple loose threads, but that's pretty normal. So yeah, great shape. And second and final piece is this precious little pair of Carhartt overalls for a toddler, 24 months. So cute. Again, something else I just kind of threw in my cart. I knew these would sell. Carhartt is super popular. I've been actually picking up quite a bit of kids clothing just to try it out. I have been sticking to certain brands only, like Matilda Jane, Carhartt, and Bowden, and Hannah Anderson. Those are kind of the kids brands that are in my wheelhouse, meaning I've sold them before. And honestly, they sell really well. The bundle price for these two was $50, and the buyer offered me $36, which I accepted, making my earnings $28.80 and my net profit $26.80. So super happy about that. And I hope the little one enjoys those overalls. They are extremely precious. So that is absolutely everything for my weekend to Tuesday sales. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. Please feel free to leave me some feedback down below. You know, what was your most surprising, or what sale was the most surprising to you? How are your sales going? I'm always interested in what you guys have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye guys.